Hey everyone, welcome back. Alex here today, and back in Aridia for the low sec challenge. And as you can see here, I have my Coercer, a destroyer class vessel. So, been playing for a little while, a couple days out here in low sec in Aridia, and I really have to say it's pretty darn quiet. In order to start doing level 2 missions, I needed a ship that was quite a bit bigger than the Tormentor class frigate that I was playing with before. So I usually thought I needed a cruiser, but that's actually not the case. When I read some forums and looked at some of the guides, actually a destroyer can fit the bill pretty well. And the Coercer is definitely one that I've always liked. It's got 8 high slots, lots of guns, not great mids, and with my fitting skills, it's a little bit tight, definitely tight on power grid. This is not a high level character, and if I want to squeeze in a few more things that I'm used to squeezing, with my main characters, I definitely need to get my fitting skills up quite a bit. But anyways, it gets the job done, and the interesting story is how I got it down here. So in the Aridia market, there's really no high sec marketplace to buy ships, and if you're going to buy a ship, there's a huge markup basically. So again, as I mentioned in my low sec challenge, I was going to try and buy off the market as much as I can, but in this case, even if I had bought a ship, I couldn't buy the modules to fit it. So I had to go back to high sec, shop this for this ship, and get all the modules and make it fit out from there. So I had to go all the way to Amar. This was like, I think it was like 46 jumps from where I'm at in Hop Hib. And that in itself would not have been a huge problem if I had the capability to actually buy what I needed. So what I mean is, even if I was in low sec, if I could buy my modules and ship from high sec marketplace, I can at least get it contracted to somebody and they can run it out here with a blockade runner. Shower them with ISK, get them out here, and I'd be happy with that. But I couldn't even do that. In order to even see a marketplace, in order to get everything, I had to go all the way back to the domain region and get it from there. So that was a challenge. And I went back to Amar, got the ship, got everything I needed, and then flew it all the way back. And I took a roundabout way to come back because I went through the Kador region and I came up from the south because I looked at the map and there was definitely some pirate activity in the Nima system here, which is the choke point system from Amar out to this gateway system, and that is usually heavily camped. I won't say usually heavily camped, but it was camped the time that I was looking at it, that's for sure. So, long story short, I think I made 100 jumps with my ship here. And it was a day trip, definitely a day trip to get all this stuff out here. But now it's out here, and again, there's nobody out here. When I flew up all the way from Kador, I think I hit like 2 people in the whole time that I was flying. So that was interesting. Oh, come on! It actually helps if I actually turn on my weapons. Yeah. Let's get rid of some of these rats here bugging me. So, anyways, yeah, that was a long trip, getting just one destroyer, destroyer from a high sec system out all the way here. And what I'm nervous about is losing it, of course, because not so much losing it in the case that someone blew up my ship, but in the case of I gotta shop for this thing again and go all the way back. No, I don't want to do that. So it'll be interesting to see how long this thing lasts. Okay, take care of these guys. Again, it's just a simple level 2 mission out here in low sec and just building things up. Now, of course, what I could do is I could just flood this character with ISK from my main accounts and just make life a whole lot easier. But again, that's not part of the challenge. Part of the challenge is like trying to play this as a new player. Now, that's not entirely true though, because yes, while my skill points are that of a new player. My course actual experience with the game is someone who's been playing it since 2003, with gaps in between, of course, for real life and playing other games. But checking systems, checking for gate camps, keeping the scanner open, keep your eyes on local, just I'm doing right now. All that is just hard-won experience, and that's what a lot of new players need to get if they're going to come out here and reap the rewards of being in low sec. Okay, so let's take a look at these guys, wipe them out here real quick. But yeah, even trying to find ammunition, even trying to find the most basic things that you just take for granted in not even high sec, but a lot of low sec places, out in Molden Heath. There's a pretty good pirate system, Eggbringer, I should say. There's no R. That I could pretty much get when I needed, and it was not a big deal. But here, nothing. So that's Aridia. But again, as I mentioned, sometimes being unknown has its own advantages, and there's not a whole lot of competition out here. Let's just keep the scanner open. Okay, it's not a ship I'm going to worry about. It's a Corvette. And let's see here. I did have a little bit of a scare last night, though. I was in Molden Heath, and I was running a cosmic anomaly with my battleship, and suddenly a wild Nidogger appears, not on me but in scan, and there was a claw with him, an interceptor, and like, okay, that's not good. But that's all I saw there. I'm like, wait a minute, is this guy using an interceptor to drop a Sino? That'd be one expensive way of dropping a Sino. So I'm like, probably not. It was just a transit group. It was for XX Legion, I think, Death Legion, and they were bringing a Nidogger through. But I didn't see any Sinos that showed up there. But maybe the guy just had it parked in the station and he just logged in and got it out of there. So who knows? But they didn't come and try and gank me, so that was disappointing. Of course, I'm doing all these wild maneuvers trying to avoid them, hitting the station, coming in, and things like that, but I don't think they could care less about me. So that was kind of interesting. Okay, so that's the end of this mission here real quick. Just wanted to get you guys a little quick update here, how things are going, trying to run these low-level missions in low sec as a new character. And that is one thing I would say I've learned from being in Aridia so far. Definitely check to see if you have access to a high sector market, because if you don't, shopping is going to be a lot more difficult. So what I am thinking of doing is putting a jump clone in a low sec station in a region that has a high sec hub, domain, for example, where I can jump in, do my shopping, get everything I need, and then get a contractor to come out here, again, shower whoever's going to do it with ISK, make sure that it can fit inside a blockade runner and not, overdo it, but make sure that that can work. So that's what I'm going to try next year and just see if that's worthwhile or not. We'll see, but again, you need some major ISK to do that. And now, with my loyalty points starting to come up, I'm looking at how to get my items back into high sec so I can really start to reap the rewards, particularly with the loyalty points and the increase in loyalty points of being in low sec. So again, being in low sec here, you get pretty much a 50% increase in loyalty points just from the fact that you're in low sec, or in this case, I'm in low sec, and maybe it's time to really take advantage of that. As you can see already, I'm up to level 3 here, but I'm taking it one step at a time. Getting the funds that I need. Again, I could easily take funds from any of my other main characters and just shower it here and bypass this whole thing, but that's not my intention. That's not what I'm trying to do here. And just build up my ISK naturally by running these missions. Okay, and when I get up to the level of a battle cruiser and I need to ship out a battle cruiser, okay, we'll tackle it then. But then at that point, I'll have the battle cruiser and I can start doing level 3 missions. So anyways, just want to give you a quick update. Just some of the things I've learned, particularly with shopping and logistics. And I'll let you guys know how to deal with that, or at least how I approached it and how I dealt with it. So stay tuned, guys. I'll have more coming. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.